You don't realize it, but right now, at this exact moment, your mind is playing tricks on you, quietly shaping your reality without asking for your permission, because psychology hides in the smallest habits you ignore, like the fact that when someone stares at you and you suddenly look back, it isn't magic, it's your brain detecting subtle changes in movement and energy long before your conscious mind reacts, and that same brain convinces you that you are in control while silently running thousands of decisions in the background, choosing what you notice, what you forget, and even what you believe is true, because the human mind hates uncertainty more than pain, which is why people often stay in toxic relationships, dead-end jobs, or destructive habits, simply because familiarity feels safer than the unknown. And that strange feeling when you enter a room and forget why you came there isn't forgetfulness at all. It's called the doorway effect, where your brain resets context as environments change, proving that memory is not a storage box, but a constantly rewriting story. And when you remember your past, you are not remembering the event, you are remembering the last time you remembered it, which means every memory you trust has already been altered countless times. And that's terrifying because it means your strongest memories may never have happened the way you think they did. Just like your brain exaggerates negative experiences because survival demanded it for thousands of years, making one insult louder than 10 compliments, one failure heavier than 10 successes, and one fear stronger than 10 reassurances. And this is why your mind replays embarrassing moments at night while ignoring your achievements, because anxiety is not weakness. It's an ancient alarm system that doesn't know the danger has changed. And when you feel like people are watching you or judging you, it's not narcissism, it's the spotlight effect, where you overestimate how much attention others give you, while in reality they are too busy worrying about themselves, just like you are. And that inner voice you hear when reading or thinking isn't universal. Some people don't have it at all, which proves how different realities exist inside human minds even when living in the same world. And when you feel tired after making too many choices in a day, that's decision fatigue, the reason why successful people simplify their routines, wear similar clothes, eat similar meals, because willpower is not infinite. It drains silently until your brain chooses comfort over logic. And that's when bad habits win. And when someone yawns and you yawn too, it's not boredom, it's empathy. Your mirror neurons copying emotions automatically. The same neurons that make you feel pain when you see someone else hurt, which explains why emotional movies affect you physically, because your brain cannot fully distinguish between imagined and real experiences, meaning fear in a movie, fear in a dream, and fear in real life activate the same systems, and that's why your body reacts before logic has time to intervene. And when silence feels uncomfortable during conversations, it's because humans evolved to fear social rejection more than physical danger, which is why awkwardness feels painful. And when someone ignores your message, your brain experiences it as a threat, releasing stress hormones as if you were in danger, because social connection once meant survival. And that craving for validation you feel after posting something online is not vanity, it's dopamine, the same chemical involved in addiction, which explains why scrolling feels endless, because variable rewards trap your brain, never knowing which post will give pleasure. And when time seems to fly during fun moments, UT drags during boring ones, it's because your brain measures time based on memory density, not clocks, so boring moments feel longer, because fewer memories are formed, while exciting experiences feel shorter but richer in hindsight. And when you feel motivated at night but lazy in the morning, it's not hypocrisy, it's your brain releasing dopamine without needing action, because planning gives the same chemical reward as doing, tricking you into feeling productive without progress. And that strange sense that you have lived a moment before, déjà vu, isn't past life memory, it's a timing glitch, where your brain processes information twice at slightly different speeds, creating the illusion of familiarity. And when you feel drawn to certain people instantly, it's often because they resemble someone from your past emotionally, not physically. Proving attraction is memory-based more than appearance-based. And when people talk to themselves, it's not madness, it's self-regulation, a way to organize thoughts, reduce stress, and gain control. And when music gives you goosebumps, it's because it triggers emotional prediction errors in your brain, surprising it just enough to release pleasure chemicals. And when you suddenly feel sad for no reason, it's often delayed emotional processing, your mind finally feeling what it didn't have time to feel earlier. And when you overthink at night, it's because distractions fade and your brain finally gets space to surface unresolved thoughts. Not because you're weak, but because you're human. And when you believe others are happier than you, it's comparison bias, forgetting that you see your own behind the scenes while seeing only others' highlights. And when you feel exhausted from doing nothing, it's emotional labor, the mental effort of suppressing feelings, pretending, adapting, and surviving silently. And when you laugh at dark hum, or it's not cruelty, it's psychological relief, your mind using humor to process fear safely. And when you remember insults more vividly than praise, it's negativity bias again, your brain protecting you from future harm at the cost of happiness. And when habits feel impossible to break, it's because your brain prefers energy efficiency over growth, choosing familiar neural pathways even if they hurt. And when loneliness feels physical, it's because social pain activates the same brain regions as physical pain, proving that heartbreak is not metaphorical, it's neurological. And when people defend beliefs aggressively, it's often because identity is attached, and threats to beliefs feel like threats to self. And when you feel motivated after someone doubts you, it's reactance, your brain resisting perceived control, turning doubt into fuel. And when silence makes you uncomfortable, it's because your mind fears interpretation, imagining judgment where none may exist. And when you feel tired of explaining yourself, it's because being misunderstood drains cognitive resources. And when you dream, your brain is rehearsing threats, emotions, and scenarios, not predicting the future, but preparing you for it. And when memories surface randomly, it's your subconscious linking emotions to sensory cues without your awareness. And when you procrastinate, it's not laziness, it's emotional avoidance, your brain choosing short-term relief over long-term reward. And when you feel stuck, it's often because your brain confuses safety with stagnation. And when you feel calm after crying, it's because tears release stress hormones. Physically, proving emotions need movement, not suppression. And when you feel like nobody understands you, it's because no one has lived inside your mind, and that's okay, because understanding starts with you. And when you realize that most of your fears happen, you understand that anxiety is imagination without control. And when you stop fighting thoughts and start observing them, you regain power, because thoughts are not commands, they are suggestions. And when you learn that your mind is not your enemy but a protector, using outdated strategies, you begin to heal. And when you understand these mysterious psychological facts, you don't feel broken anymore, you feel human, because your mind was never designed for perfection, it was designed for survival. And now, in a world that no longer needs constant survival, learning how your mind works is the greatest freedom you can give yourself.